Boiling Point is the best British film I've seen in years.
There's a million kids out there who would die for this opportunity.
Seriously, it's that good. I mean, the performances, the cinematography, the writing, the sheer audacity to even attempt making a film like this.
What?
Are you mad?
No.
You're 2 hours late.
It's a riveting masterpiece, and it's very easy to see why the film has been nominated for 4 BAFTAs this year, including Best British Film. Now, listen, I'm sure you're aware telling viewers to click off a video is YouTube insanity, and it is. But honestly, if you haven't seen this film and you're the slightest bit intrigued, click off now and go see it. Just come back after. So, what's this film actually about? Well, we follow head chef Andy Jones as his day slowly unravels in a high-end London restaurant. As a concept, it's not really groundbreaking at all, but it's in the execution where Philip Barantini and his cast and crew really excel. You see, the film is a one take, and I don't mean one take in the 1917 or Birdman sense where there's hidden stitches all over the place. And it's certainly not used as a cheap gimmick like in some other films. No, Boiling Point is a true one take, meaning they call action and whatever happened, happened. Now, this is even more impressive when you learn that they filmed this hours before the entire nation began its first lockdown. They were supposed to have 4 days to get their take. They only got 2. Alright, so we're going to get into some spoilers now, so this is your last warning. If you hadn't have known, it would have been easy to guess this was a British film. It has a big kitchen sink drama feel to it. Kitchen sink realism was a movement in the late 50s and 60s in Britain that championed storytelling focused on everyday life. And the very nature of a true one take lends itself to this. We aren't seeing a big grand story, but instead one evening, a small snapshot into the lives of our characters. So Andy is our protagonist, and we'll touch on him more later, but the entire cast of kitchen staff, waiting staff and customers all feel so real.
Look at me, we're not going to do this now, okay?
And this comes down to the incredible writing. You see, Barantini offers us these little vignettes of each of the characters' lives. Beth, for example, comes across as a strong, capable manager with her life together.
They've sent the plate back because they're not happy with the food. It's quite simple.
And she maybe gets on our nerves due to the way she puts pressure on the kitchen.
Well, I'll tell you something, love, I've had enough of it. I do not like you, they don't like you, nobody likes you.
But we're left to reflect on that judgment when you realise she, like so many of us, just feels lost.
Dad, could you call me back when you get this, please? I don't think I'm meant to be doing this. I don't really know what I'm doing, and no one really likes me, you know? Can you just call me back, please?
This tearful voicemail she leaves her father is crushing. But that's it. That's all we really see, and there is no solution. Just like real life, her story is ongoing, and doesn't exist just for the purposes of a film.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Another incredible example of this lasts about 2 minutes and honestly was able to move me more than the entirety of some other films. Emily and her trainee Jamie are pastry chefs at the restaurant, and Jamie is told a couple of times to pull his sleeves up.
Hey, you. Sleeves. Stay to them.
An important part of being a chef, I guess. You don't think much of it really until finally Emily, clearly acting as a mentor, pulls his sleeves up for him. And what follows is perhaps one of the best examples of show don't tell storytelling I've seen.
Okay, well listen, you're going to get in a right mess if you don't start to... What are you doing?
This gut-wrenching moment speaks a million words about the lives of these two characters, and that's all we get. We don't know why, we don't know how, we don't know what will happen. All we know is Jamie is struggling and Emily is there for him.
I'm not sure we'll go. I know, but I will talk about it. We're just not going to do it now because there's too many people around. We just need to do it together, just me and you. Please.
When the lives of minor side characters are this rich, you can't help but find yourself in a whole new level of immersion as an audience member. So why is all of this so important anyway? Well, when the world is this real, it allows us to feel every moment of Andy's day.
You all right? Yeah? Have you slept?
Chef.
Yeah, no way.
You see, it quickly becomes apparent that Andy hasn't been doing so well recently. He's separated from his partner, been living out of a suitcase for 2 months, and he's just missed a big event in his son's life.
Just tell him I'm so sorry. and I'll phone him before he goes to bed, yeah?
But unfortunately, the problems don't stop there. The film becomes a pressure cooker right from the beginning, as one thing after another seems to go wrong.
That's just it, good. You've gone down from a 5 to a 3.
We haven't got any turbot.
You threw it away.
Celebrity chef in, Alexander Sky.
If we have people coming in, you should let me know.
I just told you then.
I used to work for the man, do you know what I mean?
Critic, Sarah Southworth, as you know.
He's brought that f***ing Sarah thingy with him. The food critic. Taking 200,000 pounds off me.
This is a man clearly struggling to deal with the pressure life has bestowed onto him. And as an audience member, you know things are going bad, but the tension really begins to rise through Barantini's excellent writing. You might be familiar with a little-known director called Alfred Hitchcock, and he once said,
4 people are sitting around a table talking about baseball, 5 minutes of it. Suddenly, a bomb goes off. What do the audience have? 10 seconds of shock. Now take the same scene and tell the audience there is a bomb under that table and will go off in 5 minutes. Well, the whole emotion of the audience is totally different because you've given them that information. You've got the audience working.
And Barantini subtly uses this ticking time bomb in the form of an allergy. A ticking allergy time bomb, if you like.
I sent an email about allergies. Did you get it?
Yes, but just remind me, just in case.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Nuts, so all nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Allergy for table 13.
I have a nut allergy for table 13.
Why is it not on the system?
I don't know.
So what table?
13.
Okay, no nuts on table 13. Put it on the system next time, yeah?
So it's never explicit that this allergy bomb will go off, but you very much get the feeling that it will. Everything we've learned so far tells us that Andy has lost control, and as an audience member, we're waiting for the inevitable implosion.
We're out of dressing.
Make some more.
But I have to take these right now.
Oh, OK, we'll just use that then. That'll be all right, no one will know.
Service on table 13.
Can somebody help me?
Your pulse, Mary.
You do the right thing. What did he order? I told you to make some more.
You asked me to use it as a one nuttery, one child.
I'm not gonna say it, Carly, so I'm gonna f***ing say it.
All right.
Andy, this is your f***ing fault, my man. Because you don't turn up on time, you don't do the orders, you don't do the prep.
Now, this is where the genius of the one take really has its effect. As each little problem piles up, Andy has no escape. But neither do we. The very essence of zero cuts means we don't get a breather. We don't get to cut away and break the tension. Coupled with the impending doom of this allergy bomb waiting to go off, a tension so palpable slowly amasses that the film begins to exude stress, anxiety, and feelings of claustrophobia. You're in this for the long haul whether you like it or not, just like Andy is. With such a build-up of pressure, something has to give eventually. And in the film's ending, it does. But not before dealing one final heartbreaking blow. Andy had been drinking from this bottle of water through the whole film, and for me at least, it seemed fairly irrelevant, but maybe I'm just naive, I don't know. We ultimately learn, though, that it wasn't water at all. Like for so many, Andy's only way of coping is without the clarity of a sober mind. To set up something so innocuous and pay it off with such a crushing blow is satisfying in a horrific way. Over the film, you witness the tragedy of someone who has lost their way with no escape, and it leaves you with that aching feeling in your chest.
It's I love him as well.
And that's what any great piece of art does.
Please don't hold him.
It provokes feelings deep inside of you.
OK. Right, ta-da.
Now, very quickly, I just want to mention the excellent performances. Stephen Graham was rightly nominated for Best Actor at the Baftas, and the way he captured Andy's vulnerability was just beautiful.
I'm sorry, Carly. I'm sorry.
But I have to mention Vinette Robinson. She really shone as Carly, Andy's closest friend and fellow chef.
Don't tell me I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm here covering your every single day, Andy. I can't take it anymore.
You see, Carly is stuck on this sinking ship, trying desperately to help her friend who can't help himself, but for her own good, has to leave.
Yeah?
And the way she captures this torment and stress is honestly breathtaking, and it's one of the standout performances I saw last year. And lastly, one quick shout out to cinematographer Matthew Lewis, who somehow managed to create stunning compositions without the luxury of multiple takes. I thought a couple scenes in particular were visually stunning and noteworthy. The first of which was this scene as Andy takes a call in the freezer. Andy hides away, but ultimately there is no hiding away from his problems, as we see literally through the cracks. And the other scene was, of course, the beautiful final scene in Andy's office. The dim, shadowy lighting here reflects Andy's darkest hour and the quiet contemplation in his mind. And as the fan slowly grinds to a halt, casting a permanent shadow, the permanence of Andy's problems take their effect. Now, if you have watched all of this and you hadn't seen the film, what are you doing? I may have spoiled a fair bit for you, but please go watch it anyway, because it's worthy of your time. And if you have seen it, please let me know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation in the comments. I'd love to know what you thought of the film or of the video. If you did enjoy it, please click subscribe and like and share, because I know I'm a small channel and it really helps. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.